I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite
podcast
on the Citadel.
Welcome to Andromenerds, the number one Mass Effect podcast on the internet.
In the world.
My name is Minius of Minius GC, and with me are my co-hosts, Tucker from MassEffectFollower.
Hello, everyone.
That was super energetic. The one and only Biofan.
Gobble gobble, what's up?
That was good. That was much better.
It was festive too. What's up?
And Ability Drain.
Yay, I made it. To be fair, last week I got confused with what day it was on because we keep changing it, and then I thought it was going to be on a Monday and it was a Tuesday, and then I just didn't know where the fuck we were. So sorry for not being here.
Yeah, unfortunately. Welcome to Andromenerds.
But I'm here now. That's what's important.
She's here. Minis, do you want to go over our new release schedule, new recording schedule, so folks know since it has recently changed?
I do that all the time, but I'm not going to do it now because you mentioned it.
Oh, okay. Well, all right. Fine.
Ability Drain, you need a nickname to go with Ability Drain. And Ability Drain is not like
AD.
Just and
short it
AD.
down. Yeah, everybody calls me AD.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Anima is the amazing Anima, and Biofan is the one and only Biofan, and Tucker doesn't get a nickname because we tried to give him one and he ruined it.
Yeah, I did.
What was it?
It was Tucker the Fucker.
What was... Well, it works. It's got a nice ring to it.
It was great because right as we're that was literally 30 seconds after we said, okay, let's try not to swear, guys, and then Tucker jumps. That's okay. There was also a segment that we're going to have. It was called Tucker Tells a Story. I was looking for segments early on, and Tucker was talking about what great stories he had. And the second story he told is the last story he's ever going to be able to tell.
Oh, yeah.
Was it that
Well,
bad?
okay, so this is what it was, Ability.
And I'm leaving the room for another 5 minutes.
That was dumb. I cannot
bad?
believe I didn't see that
It was so
coming.
bad, I left my recording booth and I just went out.
I'm curious. I'm not going to lie.
Well,
Don't ask him. No. Okay, let's start the podcast. What's the topic, Minis? Go.
Andromenerds post every week, Mondays at noon Pacific, 2 p.m. Central, 3 p.m. Eastern, 8 at night in the UK, Tuesday at 5 in the morning in Japan. If you would like to contribute to this show with a question or topic suggestion, email us at andromenerds@gmail.com. So there's a lot going on still.
There's always a lot going on now. The floodgates are open. Says me that hasn't done the bloody video I'm supposed to have done yet because, like I said to you guys, my sleeping pattern's fucked and I haven't seen daylight in about 2 weeks. So
It just keeps
What's-
coming in, so
what's
it's hard to
daylight?
cut it off and put it out because it just keeps coming in. More info all the time.
yeah, there's a lot.
something that I wonder is,
What's that?
because husks, how those are basically organic beings brought back as something like zombies, because humans are animals and things like that, we have a dominant arm. Do husks have that same dominant arm, or do they just kind of...
What do you mean dominant arm?
Well, you know, like
Some
how
people
you're
are
a righty.
ambidextrous.
Yeah,
I am.
Yeah, like, you know, you're righty or lefty. Does that mean that,
I
like,
love
a
how we've
husk
not
would
even
be-
gone to a main topic yet, and Tucker's already derailed it.
Well, I derailed it first.
Wouldn't
in all
it just
fairness.
have its dominant arm would be whatever it was when it was a human or
Yeah, that's what I
whatever,
wonder.
Surely. If it was right-handed as a
Yeah,
human
if
or
say, like, you know,
Taurian
the
or
person
whatever,
is right-handed,
then
does that
it's-
mean the husk is right-handed, or is that just, does he, like, flap about?
I guess so. Well, yeah, do they lose cognitive function to know what's left and right? Or they just flap around and if they
That
hit
would,
you?
I think, would
So
be
it-
like a physical function. So I think that they would still be like right or left-handed because that would be something physical within their brain chemistry.
There's some serious like Reaper tech added to
But
that.
I'm ambidextrous, so as a husk, would I just use both?
Sure.
One to right, one to
Like,
punch.
I don't understand what you would get out of being like right-handed if you're a husk. You just flail your arms around anyway.
You just
mean-
attack people, so...
They're not the most graceful of creatures,
There's also
are
the
they?
thing of, like, you know, your one arm is stronger than the other. I mean, like, I'm a righty. I know my right arm is stronger than my left arm. So it would kind of be the same thing for a husk, but I was just wondering, like...
So basically, whichever your wanking arm is the arm that's stronger for the husk.
Well, I mean,
but they
like,
don't have penises
would it-
anymore.
I want to
so-
know
kinda
what the
pointless.
hell made you think about this. Like, what in your thought process got us here?
Well,
It's Tucker. Who knows?
I was thinking about... I was just thinking about like just weird stuff.
It's a legit question, though.
Yeah,
to be
okay,
fair.
so we can't say it. Is this back to the Tucker tells a story segment? We got to cut it off.
When I go to sleep, I have to listen to something like Netflix or something like that. Otherwise, my mind wanders, and this is where it goes. It goes with that.
Okay, what are we talking about?
Today is Monday, as this is coming out. In a couple days, the Game Awards are happening, and we're going to get more Mass Effect stuff because we haven't gotten anything Mass Effect related.
Oh shit! It's like 2 weeks away, isn't it? Less than that.
Yeah, it'll be like 3 or 4 days from when this comes out.
And
of course.
he the guy that's hosting it
Future
also said that it would be at least 5 minutes long, the presentation.
Did he say at least 5 minutes, huh?
Yeah, it'll be at least 5 minutes and maybe more of
How about that?
Andromeda. Yeah.
So
it's going to be
Oh, I hope they introduce the companions, at least one.
at least one that we
one.
haven't seen before.
It'll probably be PB. No, it'll probably be PB.
It'll probably be PB and Liam still,
They might show us Drac now that the voice actor has leaked it. There you are. There's a good segue.
yeah, that's.
Who wants to
I
talk
think
about
that was
that?
one of our listeners that kept on asking him.
So Tom Taylorson, someone on Twitter asked him about Drac, and I think that because we kind of knew about it from the leaked survey, that he probably doesn't know that he wasn't supposed to talk about Drac,
Yeah.
and that he thought that, they know about Drac. They must have announced it somewhere. I can mention that I like him or something. So he kind of confirmed that Drac exists and Drac is a Krogan.
Yeah.
Before people jump onto the whole Drac's everywhere in the trailers.
That could be any Krogan.
That he's very likely not the only Krogan in the game, so he may not be
Exactly.
every Krogan you've seen so far.
Yeah, and we've not got a decent look, so there's no distinctive features about him to say that's Drac, that's definitely a companion. Because, all the companions have a distinctive look, but we've not been close enough to him to see any distinctive markings.
I guess his dad pants are distinctive. I was going to say, he's not that distinctive.
Yeah, Liam's dad pants are
Okay.
an identifier.
And the other woman with him that could be Cora or somebody else, not that distinctive. The same kind of white armor.
You can't tell when they stick the helmets on. You don't know if they've just temporarily put them in those clothes so that you don't go, oh, that's a companion because they're wearing distinctive armor. Or
My
whatever.
question is, why do they keep putting them in the helmets? Why don't they show their faces?
They're not ready to show us.
Unless they're
no, you have to wait.
Yeah, I don't get why they're
I don't
kind
like
of
waiting.
Teetering around it.
I'm a very impatient person.
So we're hoping to see one more squad mate. Is that what you guys want to see the most
Are
of?
we placing bets again?
No,
Yes.
I don't think we can place. We did so bad last time that
We
I
can't
thought that
give.
was funny.
Can we do one prediction each, maybe?
yeah. If you want to do a prediction, I don't think I should stop you.
Oh wait, doesn't Ability Drain has to do the dad
We'll get
pool?
to that.
Oh,
We'll get
okay.
to that.
This is what we call
Deadpool?
sidetracking a conversation, Tucker. We were doing good. So what do you guys want to see? How about what do you think we'll see? What do you want to see from the Game Awards?
Who goes first?
Companions. That's what I want to see.
Multiple companions.
I want to hear like the male and female rider, well, depending on who they showed this time, talk at length. Like a sentence or so where I can really hear what they sound like in game, just to get an idea of who I'm playing.
I
That would
expect
be
we'll
cool.
get Cis Rider because they said they were going to alternate.
It should be, yeah. They were
So
going to
the last
chop
one
and
was
change, weren't
last stuff we got on N7 Day was all about the dude. So we'll go Cis Rider.
So it's the female's turn. Female. That makes me sound like female, some sort of creepy alien or something. The lady's turn. There we go. That's better. Lady Rider. Lady Rider.
What do you think? Did you say what you what you think we'll get, or did you not get there yet?
What I'd like to get, I just said. What I think we'll get, probably see more of PB. Maybe we'll get to see Liam without his helmet on. I wonder what kind of terrain and environment they're going to show us. They might even show us on the Tempest. That could be a thing. Walk around the Tempest a bit, come off of the Tempest, and then boom, here's whatever planet this is that we're going to walk around on or whatever.
You mean like landing and then?
Well, here's my prediction. So it will start out in the Tempest, right? And we'll be in there, and they'll be like, right, now we're going to go to this planet. And so maybe we'll see it going towards the planet because there's no loading screens. So they'll show us that as an example. And then we'll head to the back of the ship where you get off or whatever. And then they'll be like, here's a planet, here's your nomad. And then, boom, we're on this planet, and then we'll do some shit there. That's my theory. That's my prediction, rather.
Did they really say more than 5 or more minutes?
Yeah.
Ooh, we can do a lot in 5 minutes.
When is this again? On the 1st?
On the 1st, yeah.
On the 1st of December, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
What I would...
Where is it being held? Because Minius, you're going to
It's
be
in
there,
Los
aren't
Angeles,
you,
yeah.
Game Awards. I am so jealous.
I'm
Oh my
going there.
god. Do you live in LA?
No,
Or are you
I'm
just
driving
traveling up
down.
there?
I live in California. California
from?
is much bigger than people think.
Yeah, it's very long.
No shit.
is
No,
the
I know. It's
thing.
bigger. It's bigger than the UK.
So, but I'm heading down there for many things video game related.
What I'd like to see is a new squad mate, one that we haven't heard anything
that would
about.
be cool. Like Drac.
Maybe not even Drax,
'Cause,
because
you know,
there's
we know about
more.
him.
There has to be more than just the ones that we've kind of heard musings about.
I'm sure that they're going to show a Turian.
I would like a
Definitely.
Turian. A lot of people really want a female Turian squad mate romance, whatnot.
And-
so I would like to maybe see that. So I know everybody wants that. So
Well,
I'd love to
I want
see
to see
that.
the Solarian
I was
pilot.
saying the fact that they've confirmed that Turians are there. It's just they're the only race that they've confirmed that they haven't shown. So
That's
Yeah.
weird, isn't it? I find that weird.
Maybe that's why.
I'm pretty sure they're going to show a Turian.
What I think will happen is that because they want to somewhat sidestep spoilers, that whatever gameplay they show will be on that desert planet Eladin, because it's an optional planet, so it's not going to be super duper spoilery.
Yeah,
So I
it's
feel
not
like
gonna be heavily-
what combat they
heavily
show will
spoiled.
be on Eladin.
Yeah, I think that's probably
Yeah,
a
that-
pretty
that
good
makes
bet. Something
sense.
that we've seen a
Yeah.
lot of already anyway.
Desert.
Yeah.
I'm
So-
pretty sure also whatever they're going to show is going to focus more on female rider than male rider, because they said they're going to
Yeah, well,
flip
it's her
flop
turn,
between the
isn't
two.
it?
So we're going to see a lot.
That's
Did we just say
weird that you would bring that up, Tucker.
Why is that weird?
Again,
Because we
Being
literally
sarcastic.
just talked about that.
literally just talking about it. What cat video or dog video are you currently watching, Tucker?
I was checking
cat
my
video.
payment. I just got paid.
Woo,
Oh,
money.
Okay.
I predict that there will be a dude in the stands with a hashtag Space Bear Initiative sign. Is that cheating?
Please tell me you're going to do that.
Oh, I
tell me you're
made
good.
up my sign today. I just got to put
Nice.
it
Oh
together.
my god.
Oh,
yes.
Does it have the space bear
Oh my
on
god,
it?
yes.
Yes, it does. Also has
Oh my
the
God,
also has
yes.
the logo that Anima made for us.
Oh my god, yes. I love this. Shout out to Anima for making that cool logo.
Yep.
She's awesome.
That doesn't really count though, right? By the way,
Hmm?
I believe you can still vote. Actually, I don't know if you'll still be able to vote by the time the show comes out, but vote for your
most
most
anticipated
anticipated game. Yeah.
I voted for Andromeda. So, woo.
Oh, you need to send me the link to that so I can vote.
Yeah, if Mass Effect Andromeda wins,
seen it.
Mike Gamble's going to do a backflip. That's what he said.
Can he backflip? Because that could kill him.
He didn't actually said that, but I might try.
If he splits his spine in half or something. Can you split your spine in half?
It depends on how
you could sever.
Yeah, it depends
some,
on how you land. Wouldn't be.
Well, he's getting
Maybe,
kind of
I mean,
old.
what
so,
if he
you
does
know.
it on like a trampoline? Like he gets some good air.
That's cheating. That's cheating.
Oh come on! What do you?
That's cheating.
Wait, if they have a trampoline on stage, though, I'll accept that.
It's easier to do like a side flip, to be honest.
Yeah, backflips are rough.
Okay.
All right, so the games that are in line with Mass Effect Andromeda of most anticipated are the new God of War game, Horizon Zero Dawn, Red Dead Redemption 2, and The Legend of Zelda.
So it's got some competition.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to Red Dead 2 and Zelda.
Yeah,
definitely.
well, I would say the biggest competition would be Red Dead Redemption 2, because you know how anticipated
That's
been.
highly anticipated, yeah. But then so is Mass Effect, so I think
Well,
maybe
the thing
we're on-
is, Mass Effect has been announced for a while and is only putting things out now
Yeah,
versus
true.
like the once a year approach they've been doing for like 3 years now.
A million
and
years, yeah.
Red Dead Redemption was like just announced, didn't
This
it?
is like,
Yeah,
boom,
although
here
the
it is,
thing
yeah.
with
Yeah.
Red Dead Redemption is that they've only shown one trailer, and also the voting has been right after N7 Day, where they put a shit ton of
Mm-hmm.
information out. So a lot of Mass Effect Andromeda has been on a lot of people's
So
minds.
that's why there was so much on N7 Day. I see it now. I see the conspiracy. I see you, Bioware. I see you.
That's what they were up to.
I see you.
Sneaky.
Sneaky, not sneaky. I see you.
All right, I'm going to go back to finish off the predictions. Has everyone gone except for me? If we're
I
not
think
if
so,
we're
yeah.
not counting my sign
I let's count your sign as a bonus.
bonus,
So,
well, then I'm going to win.
Yeah.
I think that we're going to see a Ket base assaulted, well, like a minor Ket base.
Oh, like on Eladin.
Yes. So if we're going
What was that one? It has a name. It has a name on Elodin.
I feel bad for the cat.
I mean, it has a name. It's like
don't feel too bad for the cat.
Do you want?
Well,
do
we
you
are
want me
kind
to-
of just invading their territory. It's a bit rude, isn't it?
Do you think we are
you want
invading,
me
or
I'd be
just
pissed
like
off.
It's a bit
Well,
rude.
they're probably assuming that we are. They're assuming
How
we
you
are.
just said it's a bit rude. I'm imagining us landing on the planet, and there's a bunch of ket with like top hats and monocles, their hands on their side. Well, I'll be.
How rude!
How
That's
rude!
absolutely diabolical. I'm disgusted right now. Get off of our planet. Yeah, no, that's about right.
One of them takes a smoking pipe out. By God!
I'm sorry, you can't park here.
By God! Do y'all see that?
I kind of hope the cat are very, very British. That would be amazing. I'd be well pleased with that.
Next thing you know, because of how we're invading their land, we start bringing them blankets.
Oh! I found the name. I found the name. So the base, the enemy base on Elodin is called Flophouse. So many of us are
Pardon?
thinking we're gonna go attack
I was
Flophouse.
thinking a minor base. And,
Flophouse.
are you serious? It's called Flophouse?
It's called Flophouse. It was in the Game
Like,
Informer
is
stuff.
it like a lame pancake place? Like
I don't know, man.
That's not what came to mind when I heard that.
I don't judge. I don't
That's
judge.
not what came to.
No, I was-
not what came to mind when I heard it.
I was gonna
to
say
be
that
honest.
sounds like a gay strip club.
Yeah, that's exactly. See, Kami and Tucker were on the same wavelength. That's worrying.
I'm gay and I don't see it.
I don't want to.
Well, you
Well,
hear
you
it.
know.
It's a word. You would
Maybe
hear it.
maybe the strippers aren't very attractive, and that's why it's a flop house.
The dicks flop.
Yeah.
Thanks, Tucker. I'm just gonna make sure you go with that. Yeah. Okay.
Because dicks.
Where do we go
What
from
were we
that?
talking about?
What do you guys think we're gonna see a release date finally? This would
No.
be a good spot for a release date.
I reckon so. Yeah, I reckon so.
I literally had a dream last night where I'm thinking like, okay, we're gonna go to the Game Awards. I'm gonna go there, and they're like, and guess what? You can buy Mass Effect Andromeda at the store now. I'm like, holy shit! I gotta like get up and run out of the building and try to go find a GameStop or something.
I have this
cry.
horrible feeling that I'm going to be at EGX not EGX, sorry, PAX East when it comes out, and I'll be like, oh, I'm
Is it-
here and I can't actually play it.
Isn't PAX East like late April?
Well, it's in March. It's when PAX
I
East
hope
is.
they give us a date in advance. They're kind of, if it is March 21st and the new art book stuff, like the deluxe edition, the art book still says March 21st. So I'm wondering, like, what's up? Why haven't you announced it yet? I feel like either they're contemplating a delay.
Ooh, let's make a bet to see if they delay it again.
Did we have one?
Yeah, we kind of have a
You
bet on
might
the
have done
line
well
that
with that.
includes
See,
a
the
delay.
thing is, they said that it's going to be released in spring.
I reckon May.
Well, they
Spring,
said,
and
think
March
May.
21st is in spring.
yeah, but
I think
that's.
May.
I mean, March is the very beginning of spring. That also allows April and May.
Well, that's still spring, and March 21st has a lot of evidence.
Because Mass Effect 3 came out in May, didn't it? If I remember rightly.
No, March.
It didn't? Are you sure? I'm sure it was May. I feel like
Thought
it
it was
was May. Or am I
March.
thinking of something else?
But that means that
No, it's March
Q4,
21st.
March 6th, 2012. But that means that Q4 thing is no longer
Really?
happening.
I could have sworn it was May.
The quarter. Or
No,
what was it?
their Q4. Their Q4 ends March 28th.
Oh, I thought it ended.
Or well, technically, it begins at the Q1 for them begins in April. So March 20th is the last Tuesday in Q4.
Ah, that's right.
For the release.
I think that if they don't mention a release date at the Game Awards, it's delayed.
Yeah, like if they don't
Yeah.
mention it at the Game Awards, I'm like, yeah, it's delayed. Because it's so close. I'm like, why aren't you telling people? Because
Where is the date?
Your
Why don't we
pre-orders.
have a date?
What I want to know is what is delaying it. What is the cause of the delay? Is what I would like to know.
Usually it's just that things are taking a while to do and bugs,
Maybe
and they
cut
really
some
want to
stuff
polish
out
the
or
bugs.
whatever.
It'd be bugs and such.
With Inquisition, they delayed it like 3 times, and the last one was only like a 6-week delay, and that one
Yeah,
was
just to polish
just so they
stuff,
could
yeah.
debug it because there was a lot of bugs.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say probably so they can polish it and debug it would be the reason for the delay. And like EA said in their most recent like financial report kind of thing, that they would be open to giving BioWare a delay. Like they're not opposed to giving them a delay to make it better. So maybe I don't know if BioWare is contemplating that, and that's why they haven't said the date yet, but I do like in the fact that they're not doing what they did with Inquisition and being like, it's on this specific day, it's on that specific day. Oh, no, we're moving it again to this specific day. So like, I like how they're at least like holding off on giving us the specific day until they're sure, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So do we want to go with a secondary crown bet with the delay?
The reason why I want to do a crown bet is because I found a really good crown that I want to wear if I win. It's really good.
So
that's acceptable. I mean, if it gets delayed, by the way, I get a crown automatically.
You can't have my
yeah,
crown.
in terms of release delay.
No, I get the first crown.
Well, depends because ability drain wasn't a part of that crown bet. So if she wants to join in, she can say
she can join in late after we have more information on it. I mean, that's super cheap.
Okay,
wait,
that's cheap. So should we just do like a delayed or not delayed crown bet then, or
okay?
And whoever gets it right gets a crown, kind of thing.
Well, what if we all think it's going to be delayed? Do we all get a crown?
Sure.
I think you need to be.
Okay, cool.
Well, I think you need to be more accurate with your delay. Guess.
Maybe how about like if it's delayed, when do you think it's delayed to?
Well, the thing
how
is,
about
we
that?
don't know when it's supposed to be yet to give it a good idea of when it will be delayed, so we can't really place the bet.
Which is why it's more fun that way.
Okay, so I think May, sometime in May. I'm not going to give you a specific date because I'm not a bloody mind reader. But...
All right, maybe we'll have to come back on this.
On the relatable topic of that stuff, I just got the Mass Effect vinyl.
Oh, cool.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
I can't buy vinyl because I'd really want to throw it.
Yeah, I kind of want to do a bit of Shaun of the Dead, just throw it at people.
And those look like awesome frisbees.
Do we want to do delayed bet or what do we want?
We'll do it another time when we know more.
Maybe we'll get more info.
Because I feel like we'll get a date or we'll get an answer on the delay at the Game Awards. So I feel like it's now or never on that. Maybe
if after the Game Awards they're still like spring 20, then we'll have to redo our bet.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we've gotten quite a bit of information on Mass Effect Andromeda. What are some things that you guys don't want to know ahead of time? Something
ending?
you'd like to see kept hidden.
The ending.
Yes, that would be
That's
nice.
a lame answer. That is a lame answer.
But it's legit, though. I wouldn't want to know.
I don't care. That's the lamest possible answer you could have come up with.
I wouldn't want too much of a background on what the characters are like, because I like to find that out for myself in the game. So if they went too in detail about what their personalities were like, I wouldn't want to know that.
So when Inquisition was like a few months from launch, or even more so a month from launch, they showed us like every single map area. They showed us so much on like streams and stuff. What I don't want to see is like most of the game. I don't want to see too much that I'll get to experience for myself. I want to learn about the characters, a little bit about the story, whatnot. I want to know who I can romance, whatnot, all of that.
That's the thing.
But I don't want to see them do streams where they play on like almost every single planet. I want to do that for myself.
I avoided those so that I didn't spoil myself.
I had to cover those.
I know what they're going to show in the December thing.
You
Yes.
do? Okay.
Arc and Nexus.
He's probably right.
Arc and Nexus overviews. That part of the orientation.
That'd be really boring for a gamer. Like,
oh, you know what I wouldn't want to see?
No.
The opening, like the beginning of the game. I wouldn't want to see.
Did they announce
that
that just now or something, Tucker? Or
No, but that's what they're going to show.
but they're going to show gameplay.
they're going to show gameplay?
Yeah, but they can.
Do you mean that on
Like gameplay,
on
you
the Mass
walking
Effect
around
website they're going to release a video like they did with
Yeah,
the
the
first
orientation video.
trailer?
They're going to release the Arc and Nexus overview one.
That's not gameplay.
So you think there's going to be there's going to be the 5 minutes of gameplay and then another orientation video? Is that what you're saying?
Sure, fuck it.
on the same day? Yeah, I reckon so. I think he's right.
I'm okay with. Yeah, I'd say that's likely.
And then
because they have like several more to do.
And here's
so.
a theory that's going on that Alonso Moreno Montero, which sounds like a Harry Potter spell, sent to us. They predict that the game is going to come out in mid to late April because Gene says over the coming months you'll be briefed on the selection of classified information. So November was the orientation briefing. December was the December would be the Arc and Nexus overview. January would be ground and space vehicle certification. February, outpost establishment guidelines. March would be first contact protocols. And then finally, April would be weapons, biotics, and survival training.
Ooh, what if they bring it out on Shepard's birthday? That could be a thing. And that's right near my birthday, so I'm good with that.
I've seen that theory, and I think it could be. But also consider the Game Awards is 3 weeks after N7 and if they release an orientation video then they might not necessarily have to do it every 4 weeks. They could be doing it every 3, in which case they could put out the last orientation video before the game comes out, and if it were March 21st.
Well, they could also be putting it out during that because that's a big event in the gaming industry.
Yeah. I'm just saying, if they keep with that every 3 weeks thing, then...
Right now we have 1 point of data. You cannot form a pattern off of that.
We don't have the... Yeah. Okay.
It really depends how much they reveal as well. If they're just going to keep chucking stuff at us, it could literally come out at any point.
I'm adding that to my predictions, is that they're going to show the next orientation video.
I predict the opposite of that.
Oh.
I predict a riot.
Right. I could have a hand in that.
We're going to all be like, there's so much! Again, probably.
So since Tucker derailed our conversation we were having, I'm going to make him go now. What do you not want to see other than the ending, Tucker?
Oh, God, here we go.
Shit.
And it derailed us anyway.
You got nothing? That's a first.
Okay. Yeah, I mean...
That's a first.
You know what I would like to see? I would like to not see aliens and get aliens introduced for the first time in game.
You don't want
I would
to
like to
aliens.
see
Like
them...
not ahead of time.
You do want to see
I got
them.
it.
Yeah, but haven't we
got
got
it.
companions that are from a different alien race as well? So
Well,
we'd have to see them at some
You
point.
don't have to see every single race,
Here we go.
though. I mean,
I got one
hopefully
that
there's
you're all
more
going
than-
to
Oh,
hate.
no, not every race. Go on.
I don't want to see all the squad mates.
I want to see all the squad mates.
No, I don't want to see them just yet.
No, and
I want to see them before the game
Nope.
comes out, because I want to know who the romance options are and who can
No,
romance.
not-
I mean, I want to see them before the game comes out, but not
not
yet.
even that. Like, I don't want to see who. I want to see a few squad mates, but I don't want to see who all of them are. Not just that, but in game, I don't want to see how many squad mates I'll have in total.
Oh, you don't want like the blacked
Just for
out
the-
parts
what, you
that
mean?
they've had in previous
Yeah,
ones?
like
and
I want it to literally just be like that screen, but it could be empty instead of a silhouette. I want it to just be like you're telling a person, oh shit, this person's now a squad mate, and then like you don't know if you'll get another squad mate later on down the road or who will be, and then that.
I can
or-
dig that. It makes for a more kind of relaxed experience. Like
Yeah.
you're not like, where is this silhouette?
Here's a not happening, but it'd be kind of interesting. Is what if you have room for 10 squad mates, but there's a potential 30, for example, and it depends on who you talk to. Like say on the Tempest, there's like this one. There's like 3 different Asari that are on there, and you talk to this one the most. She becomes a squad mate.
They would never do that.
There would be too
You
much.
hear that, BioWare?
Yeah.
You got another 27 squad mates to reveal.
Yeah, they would never do that.
I mean,
Because
I'd
there's
quite
so
like
much
that, but,
effort
you know.
put into each and every squad
I know
mate.
that. I know
If
that.
you
Yeah.
had like several optional squad mates, there's that no.
I know that
I mean, it would,
That never
it would be
happened.
great for replayability, but they wouldn't, because then all the other characters would feel paper thin because they'd have to do so
Yeah.
many.
That,
But,
and
you
it
know.
would take them an eternity to make all of those.
Yeah, I know it. That's why I said
It-
it's not going to happen. But there's that.
It would
It's
be cool
something-
though. If they put
Okay.
as much effort into like 27 of them, the replayability for that would be crazy shit.
Yeah.
It would take like 10 years to make that game.
All right.
I could wait that long.
But
That's okay.
I do not want to see all the squad mates. I want to be shown like 2 or 3, and then
Yeah.
like
do you mean throughout this whole thing, or just
yeah,
for
throughout this entire thing.
reveal?
When the game comes out, I don't want to know who each person will be as a squad mate. Like I want to be introduced to a person, talk to them. Oh shit,
How
they're
are
a
you
squad
going to do
mate
your
now.
job if they do that?
What?
Yeah.
What if they?
What-
Because they're going to release all the companions and the romance options.
They've never not released all the companions since Mass Effect 1 and Dragon Age Origins. You've always seen all of the companions before launch,
Exactly,
except for
yeah.
in special cases with like Loghain in Dragon Age Origins, because
Yeah.
he was a secret companion. You didn't know he was a companion, but you saw him before
Well, I mean,
launch.
they can show
But
the
but
companions.
here's a question: how would you, if they show, because they're going to, but you don't want to see it? How are you going to do your job?
Oh well, just
You're
because
gonna get
I don't
someone
want
else to cover those,
Just
or
because
what?
I don't want to see
Oh,
it.
you-
If they
you're still gonna
announce
look.
it,
This is about what he wants,
Yeah.
not what like he won't do.
yeah, no.
But
I'll
you could
cover
avoid
it.
it though by just not.
Oh no,
just
I'm not.
watching
I'm not
and get
going
someone
to
else do it.
hide. Like if they put a news out, I'm going to go read it. It's just whether or
You're
not.
gonna still do it.
It's just I would prefer if they don't. And you
He's
know,
going to come on Andromenerds in like 2 months, and we're going to be talking
La,
about
la, la,
squad
la,
mate. He's going
la,
to have his hands
yeah.
in his ears.
I'll
all the
have
time.
like
you.
7 cat videos
He
prepared.
does that anyway.
I'll have 7 cat. But No, but like, they could show the squad mates from the Milky Way galaxy, but any squad mate that is potential from the Andromeda galaxy, I want that to be secret.
Secret squad mate.
Only humans, then. You just want to see the human ones and the
No, I said
Asari
the Milky
ones.
Way. So the Turians, the Krogan.
So the Milky Way races.
Yeah.
I wasn't finished. You started talking before I finished, but yeah. None of the new races. You don't want to see that.
Yeah, I want
something we didn't... Oh, sorry.
I want the
Continue.
new race squad mates to be secret. Because that'd be cool. That'd be a cool reveal.
What would be cool is what if they told us who they were and gave them the personalities and the backgrounds, but didn't show you what they looked like or what their races were. So you're like, oh, I like the sound of Liam, but you don't know if Liam's like a human or a creepy looking
Caterpillar
new race or whatever. That would be really cool. And then you just taken a liking to them based solely off what you've read, and then you could see them and they're not how you pictured in your mind at all. That would be awesome.
That'd be cool, but
So
still
long
no.
as I know who can romance who, I'm good.
What if they
Yeah,
what if
I'll
they say
fucking
like you
romance
can
everyone.
romance all of your squad mates and stuff like that, and then they don't say like who they are, or don't show them.
You could sleep with everyone. Maybe.
They've said that said that there will be an array of sexualities.
Yeah.
So, like kind
And
of
some
like
will
with
be alright with
Inquisition,
you
yeah,
sleeping
and it will
with
be
people
fitting
and
to their
some won't.
character.
On the
Yeah.
topic
So
of
like,
on that of some things that they said, they said that digressing back that every gender of like the race will be in the game. And that got us, like, a lot of people excited
Yeah.
for
It
female
won't just be
Krogans,
all the
female
male
Turians.
I was
Taurians and
so excited. Like, this
But-
got me incredibly excited for the game. Like, my favorite piece of news so far. I put out a video just for it because I was so excited. So they said that every race we see in the game, if that race has a gender, or has genders, I should say, that
Yeah.
we will see both genders represented.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
going to say,
or
there
more
could
if they
be...
have more than one or two genders, you know.
Well,
Five.
that'd be
Like
pretty
4.
complicated to write.
5 genders.
There could
Like-
be... There could be a race that is similar to the Asari, that they are
Yeah.
monogendered.
Yeah. Well, that look
So if they
like
have
them.
more than one
Like,
gender,
for example,
all the genders
That would
will
be
be
cool.
shown.
Like, for example, I think the Ket... I think the Ket will be strictly male.
well,
I don't know.
What
see.
if they have 8 genders?
Yes.
Okay,
That'd
the
be
thing
cool.
on that is to create a third gender, because you have to remember that the people that are writing this are humans, and to create a
Yeah.
third gender, it'd be so complex to
Would
convey
it?
it with
Eh.
accurately and
What
within
would
the
it look
story,
like
you
exactly?
know?
I mean, well, it wouldn't be that too complicated.
Like, our
'cause-
concept of gender as humans is very limited, so I don't know
Well,
that
Yeah.
you could create a third gender without it being like the entire focus of the game.
But you could do 8 though, right? You can't do 3,
Oh
but you
yeah,
could do 8.
easy.
No, I mean, it wouldn't be
Easy-
that
eight's
difficult
easy.
to add
14,
another
piece
gender.
of piss.
Basically, you just have the genders be
well, I mean, it
similar
wouldn't
to the
be-
class systems in medieval times. You just have gender set up as that, though.
Your gender is poor.
I'm just like shaking my head and just like,
Oh, it's a whole new level of sexism. This is great.
as someone that studied psychology and gender, I'm just like
This is
shaking
great.
my head and just, oh my god. So to divert the topic, we skipped over putting ability drain in our Alec Ryder death pool, and when she thinks that he's going to kick the bucket.
Deadpool?
Yeah, we're doing a Deadpool for when our dad is going to die. Tucker said the first mission after the like prologue.
He's got first 2 hours.
First 2 hours, I've
I'm
got
gonna
3
say
to
about
5 hours
quarter
of
of the
main
way
story.
in.
Minius
Quarter of
has
the way
like
in.
he'll be revealed to be alive at the end. You'll think he's dead, but he's actually alive at
Well,
the end.
actually, my official one is he has the option to die at the end. That's the.
Well, see,
Oh, okay.
I
Minius-
don't know if he will actually die. Obviously, he's going to give over the Pathfinder role to us.
Well, it will transcend to us. We don't know who gives it to us, but the role will go on to us.
Yeah,
So,
but I mean, maybe he just gets injured and he's like, right, well, I can't do it now because my leg's shot off. So, you know, that's
so
me
you
fucked.
so you think he's not gonna die? Is that
So
your?
I don't know. I kind of. I mean, the thing is with a BioWare game, they always die, but maybe that's it because they always die. This time he won't, and he'll just be out of action. You know.
I want to
Maybe-
say what my
maybe his
other
leg will
theory
just
was
get blown off.
with that and see what Ability Train thinks of it. Which is, what if
Go on.
he goes missing? Because we see with that trailer, shit goes south pretty quickly.
Yeah,
and, you get blown
you
out.
Assume that.
And so what if it's a decent amount of people get blown out and they can't find your dad? So the decent part of the beginning of the game is you trying to
assume
find
they're
your
dead.
dad, and you've assumed the role of Pathfinder, and you find him, and he continues to give you the role of Pathfinder because of how successful you are in doing it. That he's like
Yeah.
giving you the
that
crown.
could be a
for it.
thing, yeah. He's like, well, you did pretty good, so you might as well
Good
take
job,
over.
kid. I'm proud of you.
Or maybe he gets abducted and we find him at the end after thinking he's dead. I think whatever it is, I don't think he's going to die because that's just what BioWare have always done, and I feel like they want to change things up a little bit.
No chance of death then.
Or what if they pull a Matrix?
Let her pick, man. Let her pick.
Let her
oh
pick.
my God.
Matrix?
Pick.
What do you mean Matrix?
I was gonna say, like, what if like they captured him and you know that big glowing thing in the trailers? What if they are like harvesting energy from us?
Isn't that a bit like the collectors though in the second game of Mass Effect? Mass Effect 2 had the whole, let's harvest all the people.
I do like your theory on the Pathfinder being the only one that's lost. The irony in that is fantastic.
That would be pretty funny. Probably the path. Shit, I've got lost.
It's like, damn it, I'm lost.
That would be pretty good.
Like I was the Pathfinder, the one person assigned to find a path, and I'm the only one who can't find a path. Like,
not all those who wander are lost, but I am. Yeah, I like that.
so
No, I think he just doesn't die. I think he'll either get injured or there'll be something that causes him to hand over the title to you, whether he's lost or injured, but not dead. So I'm assuming not dead.
okay, that's full. That's a full set then.
Cool.
Yeah, we've each picked something different. So if he has absolutely no chance of dying throughout the whole thing, there isn't like a way that you can kill him, then you will win.
I mean, he might be in a coma, but he's still not dead.
If he has a pulse, then you're good.
And then they might pull a Lazarus Project thing, and he comes back 5 games later, and we'll have to review this.
Yeah, is that right?
See, he wasn't
big
dead.
Bad. And you'd be like, oh man. Yeah. Then I get my crown or whatever.
75 years from now, you call us out. Is there anything I should know?
About what?
You have unread messages at your private terminal.
Hey, killer, what's up?
I'm glad you cut off Ability Drain saying about what again. I wanted to put that in there. It's don't worry about it. I think we should not fill her in on what that's about.
No.
Tucker.
What?
I'm not the only one who doesn't listen to the podcast.
Except you've done 15 shows and she's done like 3.
Yeah, well, I still don't do it.
You tell us, Tucker.
All right, so Matt Hall asks, the Quarians spent 300 years in the flotilla, and it left them with a weak immune system. 600 years traveling on the Hyperion would probably leave the crew with weak immune systems as well. What do you think?
Aren't we frozen?
Say that again. I zoned out.
They're in cryostasis. I don't think it will affect their...
Theoretically, no deterioration.
They've probably, I mean, to keep them alive, they might have something attached to them to, keep their...
Like their bodies will
vitamins
just
up
be...
or something, I don't know.
Tucker, think of it just as like pressing the pause button on everyone's existence.
Well, no, I that's what I was going to go with. There was just this fan was asking about that, and I thought that was an interesting question.
I mean, also the Quarians...
They were probably given loads of injections and shit.
The Quarians had other
anyway,
stuff going on, too. It wasn't just the ships.
Well, do you think that there might
be any Quarians on there?
Do you think that there might be something in Andromeda that lets the Quarians breathe?
Sure.
Take their masks off.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is that the Quarians haven't been seen or confirmed, and also they're pretty tied up in the plot lines that are in the trilogy, because like the Quarian life is you're born in the flotilla, and you go on a pilgrimage somewhere, and you're supposed to come back and bring something back to the flotilla. So I feel like they might not go to Andromeda. Also, they have to contribute something to the expedition as well.
And there's not that many of them either.
Yeah, there's not that many Quarians as well.
Bugger off.
They're all pretty tied up in their own thing, so I don't know that they'd be going. I know a lot of people really want them, and I'm sorry,
I mean, maybe 1 or 2, but I don't know. Would they let them go? Because
No,
everybody's
they wouldn't bring 1 or
needed.
2.
They're all a part of a big community. I don't think they'd.
Yeah, I think they're so
necessarily let
focused
go.
on restoring their society and their people that I don't think they would go off to Andromeda.
I mean, maybe we'll get 1 if we're lucky, but I don't. I mean, I'm not expecting to see them.
Yeah,
I mean, I could be
honestly
wrong.
not.
I hope I'm wrong, but they'd have to try and bring that into the story somehow as to why they let some of them go, to Andromeda.
Out of all the major races, I feel like they're the least likely to go.
Yeah.
I think the Geth.
Plus,
are
we
the
don't
least
even know
likely,
what they look like,
but
so
yeah. Other than that,
whatever.
if you count the Geth.
Yeah, the Geth won't be there. I can adamantly say the Geth will not be
there.
there.
I hope. Do you think some of there might be like 1 or 2? Oh no, because there
won't be any Geth.
Because in 2 they were.
There was one
at least
friendly.
One of them was friendly.
Yeah, one. The first friendly.
Maybe 1 sneaked on.
It was the first handshake in the history of robot kind, and they made a big deal out of that.
And then you'd have to wonder if 1 came along, and obviously it's 600 years later, when they woke up, if there was a Geth, there as well,
Then it would be an enemy, and they would...
Would they have reprogrammed with the rest of them? Because by the third one, you could either kill them off, or you could keep them, or whatever. Would that one die too if you killed them off, or depending on what you picked?
Well,
I don't know how that would work.
When the arc launches, it's around the beginning of Mass Effect 2, so Geth were still very much.
No, it's not.
Like.
It's after Mass Effect 2. It's before Mass Effect 3, but after Mass Effect 2, according to Mac Walters. So if the Geth were to somehow made it onto the ship, either they'd be treated as enemies and killed off really soon, or you'd have to go through that entire arc all over again of getting them to be the good guys and accepted by everyone again. And they've already done that story, so I don't think there's any chance of them being in there. So they'd have to redo a plot line they've already done.
How would they be able to stay connected with their hive mind if they're like 600 years in the future now and
they'd have to
they
create a new hive mind. They'd probably be too far away. I don't know.
They'd just be one on their own. Well, I don't know how that would work.
On the arc, there has to be something going around making sure that the ship is keeping everyone alive. So what if they create their own kind of robots? Well, yeah, but you have to have something going around, make sure everyone's still frozen and nothing's going wrong.
It would be like Edie, kind of, There's already AI.
Yeah, I was thinking, but
VI.
what if they also...
VI can talk to us.
VI, sorry.
That'd be
yeah.
cool.
Yeah, I was going to say, they're going to have...
Well, she's also AI. So.
Well, there's a difference, very specific difference.
I imagine that there are going to be robotic people in Andromeda that we may have brought that we created.
I don't think they're going to do that because that was such a huge deal in Mass Effect 2 and 3 that going right back to that, it's...
No, I'm not meaning Geth. I'm not meaning Geth. I'm meaning...
I am aware of that.
Oh, I'm
aware you don't mean Geth. I mean like any artificial intelligence thing. You can hear the robot dude voice, apparently in the Game Informer article...
Mm-hmm.
Your writer has a chip that's connected to the computer, which is probably just a VI. But a VI can monitor all that stuff. What
if it becomes sentient and I can talk to it? That'd be well good. As long as it's not horrible and tries to take over my brain or something.
Yeah, you can talk to it as it's not sentient, I think. But maybe it is sentient. I don't know.
Maybe it'll become sentient. And you'll be like, yay, I've got a friend on my arm I can talk to when everybody else is fucked off. Could be a thing.
So the question was about diseases? They're going to be. I don't think they have to worry about the disease things as frozen. No, I like having the conversation go off sideways.
Oh, is that why I'm still on the podcast?
Yeah, that's your job.
You're still on the podcast because you bring the color.
Oh yeah, I do.
People like our dynamic when we argue with you, Tucker.
Oh yeah.
So also we happen to love you, so that's why you're
You
here.
you do something that my parents never did.
Oh.
All right, so next question is from Lee Sipe. Sip. All right.
You usually don't give it multiple tries. You usually just go with whatever.
I was thinking Sipe because that's one of the last names of my friends, but this is SIPE, and I thought it was like Sipe. Sip.
It could be Sipe, yeah.
It could be
Sipe.
Sipe. Could be a silent
Sipe
E,
for my friend is SEIP. And he's also
There's more
German.
than one way to spell stuff.
Oh,
And more than way.
Don't confuse him.
Things.
It's okay. What's
the question?
All right, so he says the Ket are quite possibly going to be the main antagonistic alien group, but we know that they're going to be the main antagonist. There's also rumors that there is possibly going to be warring factions, and that we're put in the middle of it. So would you rather that those factions be different factions among the Ket, and they're in the middle of a civil war, or would you rather have another major alien race be the other warring faction?
Okay, I think Civil War would be interesting.
So first of all, he has a few misconceptions in that question. It's confirmed there will be factions that are against each other. That's not a rumor. It's confirmed by Game Informer.
Okay.
Second of all, the Ket aren't necessarily the main antagonist. They are a antagonist.
That probably won't be
the first one that we
thing.
encounter when we get to Andromeda, but they're not necessarily the main one.
They're just pissed off of us, and there's probably a bigger threat that we don't even know about yet. So.
I could see them having factions, just because we're supposed to somehow empathize with them at some point. They're supposed to be kind of scary and foreboding, but we're also supposed to be like, oh.
It's probably, it might be they're feuding amongst themselves as well. So you've got some Ket that are like, these ones are okay, and then the ones that are the big political power that are a bunch of arseholes, because they always are.
I don't know. Mac Walters had a tweet where he kind of implied that all the Ket are thinking alike.
So maybe they're not the
warriors. So maybe that's not the fraction.
By the end of the game.
By the end of the game, maybe not. But yeah, that you come in there.
By the end of the game, I'll probably end up wanting to romance one of them.
What if you start a civil war? between some of the Ket factions. What if
Good for
What,
you.
just to be an arsehole?
Way to go in there and mess shit up.
no, but like what if you're going in?
Let's just be a giant space.
What if you're
arsehole?
going
Yeah,
in and
good
you
idea.
find some that are
That could be
weary
a thing.
about like the other groups? They're like, yeah, we kind of agree with them, but they're also kind of dicks, so we're not exactly sure. And then
That would be fun.
then you like kind of
Just
help
go in there and
incite
fucking
the
shit
civil
up.
war, and that is how you get a Ket squad mate.
That would be
Boo!
cool. It would also be a real arsehole thing to do, but I'd do it.
Oh, I'm sure we're
For-
gonna
for
have
the
tons of
game.
asshole moves and then realize that we were assholes later. I'm sure that's
Yeah.
gonna happen.
Yeah, I'm going against the squad mate thing.
But that is how you
That's
get
what replays are for.
Yes, because there's something on Twitter that I think it was Aaron Flynn or Mac Walters responded to a tweet that I think all of 4 of us were in, and about the Ket squad mate. About, do you really want this kind of thing?
Yeah, that's what I was referring to earlier.
The thing
Yeah,
is, what
but-
you notice, this happens in a lot of BioWare games, is that, you've got all your big main factions, and then you've got the one that becomes your squad mate is the one that thinks slightly different to the rest. So, for example, Rex, yeah, he's a big Krogan and he likes to fight, but he's also kind of peaceful for a Krogan. And then
He
you've
wants
got,
to make things
your-
right for the
yeah,
Krogan,
Exactly.
There's also
That
Legion.
Each one...
There's
yeah,
also
you've got
Legion, the one
You've
good
got,
Geth.
Yeah, and there's always something slightly different about them that makes them
Or
more
Iron Bull
open-minded
with the Kunari is,
yeah,
like,
exactly.
slightly
So I
different,
think,
or-
if there is, then if we do get a Ket companion, he'll be one of the ones that's different from the rest. He's a bit more open-minded and stuff. That's generally the route they go.
I think we'll have two warring factions that are different races, and one of them will join us. That's
Like
what
the
I'm
Sharks
thinking.
and the Jets. Now I want a musical number. That'd be fun.
What if
Musical.
here? This
What
is
if
a,
it turns into a musical?
I'd play the shit out of that. I would play the shit
This
out of
goes in hand with a theory I made a while ago, but what if there is a civil war going on, and there comes a point in the story, because how you said that the Ket are supposed to be also relatable and stuff like that. What if, with the 2 warring factions, there's a point in the game where you have to choose that you can side with the Ket or side with the other race?
Or the whatever faction, within the Ket.
Yeah,
That would
because maybe they could
that
both
be a
be
thing.
antagonistic, because they said, and just like what Biofan said a little bit ago, that the Ket are a antagonist. They're not the. So what if the other race
Well,
is
we don't
also-
know if they are the. We just know that they are
But
a.
what if
Yeah.
the other race is also antagonist, and then there comes a point where you can choose
Which one's the most useful?
Yeah.
Kind of like Templars
Can you-
and Mages.
Can
who
you
you're gonna
name a
side
single
with.
BioWare game that only had one antagonistic force?
No, but
There you
But
go.
yeah,
No.
that's why I said multiple antagonists.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm agreeing with you.
Oh.
I'm just saying, name a single BioWare game that didn't have multiple antagonistic factions.
Well, maybe it's best to describe them as antagonistic, at least to start off with. They're antagonistic, but maybe not the antagonist in
So
traditional
you guys
sense.
are talking about the Game Informer guys really thought that they were all antagonistic and that they were the main antagonist. Of course, I don't see how they would actually
Yeah, but
know.
they get everything.
Well,
fucking
they
wrong
didn't get to
anyway,
see
most of the
everything,
time.
and
yeah, the thing is, BioWare only show them what they want to see.
They seem pretty
Yeah, and they've
convinced
been
of that.
convinced about a lot of things and been completely fucking wrong, even when they've been given access to it. So I don't put no fucking.
they
stock in
spelled
that shit.
the female protagonist's name incorrectly.
What did they do?
Just
So-
an extra H, man.
Yeah.
They,
they put the
yeah,
H there?
they,
Just an
her
H.
name
It
does
was
not have an
harmless.
H, and they put an H in there, and yeah.
H is for
No, but
harmless.
if you're gonna do your job, do it properly. Shit or get
Yeah,
off the pot.
exactly.
Especially the fact that
Like-
you're getting like special access.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
Make
if
sure
you're-
do it properly or don't bother. Give it to someone that can, like me. Ha!
Biofan, next outline for the show, I'm going to put H's on a bunch of different words that don't deserve it and just see what happens.
all right. So this name sounds familiar because I think we've gotten a few questions by him before. But Christopher Sorrentino, does that name sound familiar to you guys?
Hey, if he writes good
But I've only been
questions,
here like
I don't
3
care.
times.
Yeah, I know.
So-
It's just he sounds a bit familiar. I just wanted to see if he was or if
He
it's
sounds
something
like
else.
he could be in the mafia, and I like that.
All right. Anyways, he says.
Sorrentino,
This is digressing back to the trilogy, not Andromeda. But do you guys think
Okay.
that if humans had not discovered the Prothean ruins on Mars and never joined the galactic community, would the Reapers have allowed humans to survive the harvest?
If we had spaceflight, so by our standards now, currently on Earth, they would have wiped us out.
I always wonder.
It's as soon as they have spaceflight.
But the Yogg are supposed to be about where we are now, and they weren't attacked.
Well, they don't have spaceflight, do they?
But they have what we have right now. So I always wondered, is it a space civilization or is it just space flight? Because they never really determine what.
Or it might be if we create some form of artificial intelligence, they wipe us out. Like once we reach that point, because that's the whole like main Reaper mission is to make sure organics
like
don't
maybe
fight synthetics
once
or something.
the AI hits a certain point, they're like, okay, your time's up.
Yeah, I don't know what the Reaper checklist is exactly.
If I'm a Reaper, if I can see people talking to each other, I take an.
If you're a Reaper, I'd shit myself.
Yeah, well, it'd be a podcast would be awesome then.
Spoiler alert: Minius is
Assuming
actually
direct
a
control
Reaper.
of Tucker. Yeah.
Assuming direct control. You guys are feeble
This
and stuff.
hurts you. Stuff.
Maybe that's why we haven't seen Minius's face yet in any of the videos. He's actually a Reaper.
I want
dun,
Minius to do a
dun.
face reveal and it just
Plot
be like
twist.
another alien race.
Yeah, I'm in Andromeda actually. I'm the other alien race.
You must have amazing internet.
All right, this is the last question. Keith Gibbs, and you guys are going to like this one. Keith Gibbs, who do you think would
I'm
win
scared.
in a fight? Commander Shepard or Captain Anderson in his prime?
Oh, Shepard.
Oh,
Shepard.
shit, I don't know.
You can't
Is
beat
it Shepard after she has got all the tech, or before?
Anderson had a hard time in his only appearance.
I'm imagining that this is just a like fist fight, like no biotics,
no abilities.
Yeah, just fist,
physical hand-to-hand combat.
Just a standard hand-to-hand fight. Commander Shepard or Captain Anderson?
I don't know.
Close.
I think Commander Shepard. Commander Shepard got in a fist fight with the Shadow Broker. So
Oh, good point.
who the hell cares about Anderson? I know you're in love with Anderson, but I'm sorry. Anderson's only appearance.
I'm gonna go Shepard just because probably everyone in the comment section is gonna berate me if I don't. So
I don't know.
I mean, he had
They
his
don't
own
exist.
book, and he didn't do very well in that book.
Yeah.
You know,
'cause it's little
fight
shit.
wise.
I mean, I was thinking like, didn't Anderson? He fought Saren, right?
Yeah, and then kept on losing repeatedly.
Oh, that's right. I forgot that part.
He lost every single time. He'd like attack him when he wasn't looking and still lose.
And it was also a
Like, come on.
gunfight too, wasn't it?
Still, it's you
Yeah.
know, it's no comparison really.
Yeah, I would go with Shepard as well. It's still an interesting question to
Probably
think about.
Shepard, I suppose.
So, Minius, what videos have you done lately?
Keep an eye out for since I'm heading down to Los Angeles. I'm gonna give everyone my itinerary. So if
I'm
you want to come
jealous.
hang out with Minius, either at before the Game Awards or PSX, one of my favorite things ever.
So you'll have videos about seeing you there.
It'll be up by the time
Tucker-
this is up. Yeah.
Okay. Tucker, what about you? What has MassEffectFollower put out lately?
Well, we are putting out another about the races. This one's about the Volus. And
I like the Volus.
the other video, I mean, we have a few in the works, but one that's definitely going to be out by the time this comes out is games that we recommend while you wait for Mass Effect Andromeda, which we
That's
got.
a great idea. I should have done a video on that.
You did a video on that a while ago. In fact, I think a few of your suggestions are similar to the ones that we have. A few of the games.
Similar.
A few of the games.
Okay.
So what I've done recently on my channel is I did a video. I was just really, really excited about that gender and race update that I did a whole entire news video about that. So if you're not sure what all that confirms and like what races and whatnot, you can go watch that. And I do like a checklist and like it probably also means this and whatnot. So you can go check that out. I'm currently working on a gigantic news update that covers everything that happened in November. And there's a lot. I'm dubbing this project my Mount Everest. It is oh my god.
I'd Mount Everest.
If I was on Mount Everest and I had extra lives, I would have a sled. I think that'd be fun.
I want
Go
to.
sledding down Mount Everest.
I actually have like a life goal. I want to climb Mount Everest.
Yeah, very doable, apparently.
Well, it's definitely
Apparently
a lot
you
more
can do
doable
it.
now than it used to be.
Yeah.
You might even be able to like hire somebody to just carry you up there now.
Also, in case you're not already aware, Ability Drain and myself are giving away some Mass Effect Andromeda t-shirts from N7 Day that we got from BioWare in the mail. And we're doing like a competition thing like we did with Minius's art contest and Tucker's like best question contest. But this time, we're doing the best Mass Effect-themed jokes, and we'll be judging it on the podcast. The videos are up on Ability Drain and myself's channel, about giving all, like, the rules and stuff, but kind of long story short, send us a joke at aishirtcontest@gmail.com. Don't put it in the comments. Don't tell us them on Twitter. Don't email it to Andromenerds because it will not be counted. Tell us your joke and then give us your t-shirt size. We only have large and extra large. We're sorry we didn't get a large array of sizes, but that's what we have to give away. Also put your name and whatnot. And yeah, so cool. That's it.
All right, we're done being nerds for today. If you have any questions for us, Mass Effect related or otherwise, feel free to email us at andromenerds@gmail.com, and your questions may be featured in an upcoming episode. Along with our co-hosts, be sure to follow Andromenerds on Twitter. If you like this podcast and would like to see some more awesome videos, be sure to check out and subscribe to our respective channels.
I mean,
Should we get into
they
questions,
were.
or-
I was
Yeah,
well,
let's do questions before I cry.